This is a food review, Hot Ones. Finally found this. Woo! Sean Evans, that was probably the best idea he's ever came up with. This is honestly, looks pretty good. It's green. And it's supposed to be like green hot sauce that they eat on Hot Ones. I've always been a fan of green. I've always been a fan of Hot Ones.
What are you laughing about, dude? Is it hot?
These are actually good.
Let me see, is it hot? Because it says hot.
Tastes like hot sauce. Honestly,
then never mind.
I'll give it 9.2 out of 10. Texture, I'd give it 9.5. Normal Pringle. I like the texture. Easier to eat chips. Kind of tastes like green salsa, something like that. Overall, very good chip. I definitely recommend it. It kind of tastes like if you've had them jalapeno Cheetos. Kind of like those. Tastes very good overall, and you should try them.
But that was spicy.
I'm not telling you again.
What other ones do you want me to try?
0 out of 10.
Really?
Nah, it's not that bad, but it was hella spicy. But when did you start waiting tests?
CBS Sports. Players with at least 4 NBA titles and 2 NBA MVPs.
Oh, I saw your video.
Curry, LeBron James, Duncan, Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem, and Russell. It really shows that Curry jumped in the top 10. Woo! That Pringles just started getting spicy. Those are very spicy, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Ooh, it says scorching on it. I didn't realize that before. We tried the scorching another flavor, and it wasn't that spicy at all, but...
Yeah, it wasn't spicy too much.
I would watch out if you don't like spice. It's bearable, but overall, I don't know. But are you putting Steph Curry in the top 10? What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because he's good. And because he's a top
2022 NFL.
He does want this whole thing.
These are all the Game 6 performances. Let's go down. Michael Jordan, 1998. Bulls versus Jazz. 45 points and 4 steals. LeBron James, 2016 Cavs versus the Warriors. 41 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo versus the Suns. 50-point game. 14 rebounds and 5 blocks. Isaiah Thomas, 1988 Pistons versus Lakers. 43 points, 8 assists, and 6 steals.
What is that?
And then Bill Walton. Great overall game. 20 points, 23 rebounds, 8 blocks, 7 assists.
I thought you said you didn't bring any.
8 blocks.
I like, come here.
Yeah, he honestly had a great overall game. Especially the 23 rebounds. That's probably the most impressive in my opinion. It really just shows how good he was at the time. If his injuries wouldn't have, he probably could have been a lot better. If it was the main thing setting him back. But he was an NBA top 75, so you can't say his career was all bad. And a Hall of Famer. So overall, you have to appreciate that. 50 years later, Otto Porter Jr. is once again an NBA champion. Some people say it looks like Wilt Chamberlain. I don't know. Do you think they could potentially be related? It could be his grandfather. Supposedly he was with like 10,000 women or something like that. So we don't know that for certain. His grandpa, there was someone actually claiming a couple years ago he was the grandson of Wilt Chamberlain. Or actually the son, but I don't think they never really found a way how to test it out because it was complicated. But overall, what do you think about that?
Go buy all my chips.
Warriors passed Bulls for the 3rd most NBA championships. Now they have 7, which the Bulls have 6, and this honestly is just very impressive overall. This tattoo removal is going to be painful. Someone got Boston Celtics 2022 World Champions tattooed on them. Pretty insane that they got that. But what do you think about that?
Wait, is it that guy who got 20? Yeah. But what a stupid ass idiot.
I saw he was in a video with Big Dawes. For those who don't know, he was the fake Klay Thompson. He used to do a channel on YouTube called College Dropout or something like that. And he overall started that. He did a couple years ago, but he was only like sitting courtside this time. He actually went into the... I'm pretty sure when the player's entrance or employee entrance, I said. And I'm pretty sure he's banned for life now. Which, what do you think about that? I think that was a good move overall, or no? In the 2026 World Cup, a lot of good host cities: Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Guadalajara, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, Mexico City, Monterey, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, San Francisco Bay Area, Seattle, Toronto and Vancouver. Seattle's the closest one. It'd be very hard to get tickets to this thing overall. The next World Cup is actually this year in Qatar. It's supposed to get up to 100 degrees, that's what I heard. It's supposed to be very hot, and that's why they held it over in that area, just because how hot it gets. But overall, you're going to be watching the World Cup. It's going to be around, I think, Thanksgiving. I definitely will have to tune in for the first World Cup I'm going to watch, and I really can't wait. Which shoes would you rather have? I don't know if you can see it that well. If one had to go, Bread, Concord, Space Jam, and Cool Grays. I'm going to have to say the Cool Grays. The Space Jams, I like those too much. The Concords, I like those a bit better. And the Bread, I like those a lot. Breads are probably my favorite. They're very hard to get your hands on. But the Cool Gray, I don't really like the Cool Gray top. The top of it's kind of not that good. And I feel like overall, it doesn't look that well. What do you think, Xavier? Which one are you choosing?
Someone else is the bread.
You're taking the bread away?
No, that's the one I would like.
Oh, it's all of them. You say if one had to go.
Oh, if one had to go, Cool Gray has to go.
I agree.
I do. Tyreek Hill.
Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill's comments. I'm surprised a little just because I felt like we love Tyreek Hill. I'm sure it had something to do with trying to get his podcast some stuff and get it rolling. What do you think about that? Do you think the relationship's tarnished overall? He did say that Tua was more accurate, which the only way I could see that being possible is him throwing short passes the whole time. But what do you think about this overall?
Even if he did that, he might not be more accurate.
And Steph did something last night amazing. There was only been one player in NBA history to close out final series here in Boston, 1985, Lakers. And then Steph did it last night. It was honestly very impressive. James Harden expected to re-sign with the 76ers. A lot of people are mad about that. What do you think about that?
Why are people mad about that, bro?
I don't know. They were just saying he's washed in the comments. Overall, that's
but
really...
he's better than y'all.
Yeah, that is true. Sue Bird, I've decided with my final year, I loved every single minute. And still do. So got to play my last year. Just like this little girl's played her first. The final year, Seattle Storm. 4-time champion, WNBA all-time leader in assists. 5-time Olympic gold medalist and 12-time All-Star. Very impressive career. That Christian Wood trade was an overall good move for the Mavs to make, in my opinion. If you don't know, they traded some players. I'll have to get the details right now.
Expiring contracts.
I would give it an A-, A+. I think it adds a lot of depth to the team, scoring-wise, too. Helps them. And they might have had a better shot against Golden State Warriors if they would have had Christian Wood. It would have helped a lot.
Yeah, that was
and
a
definitely
good
would
trade.
have added more. Only Boban, Trey, Burke, Marquise Chris, and Sterling Brown. They definitely got a still off of that.
Wait, Boban?
Yeah, they traded him too. Which he didn't even play. He doesn't even play that much overall. I wonder if they're scared of injury or I don't really know.
Maybe they just wanted to trade him just so they could get Christian Wood, I guess.
Yeah, that is true.
Try throwing another person so they'd be like, oh, this is a good trade.
That's probably me the end of the video.
That was kind of a short video compared to the other one.